In this video, I take you on a tour of the Grand Palace in Bangkok, Thailand. This is not meant to be a full-length episode, it's merely a supplementary video and something that I think you'd find interesting. Bangkok is a fairly big and spread out city, and there's many ways to get around. The metro is actually one of the easiest and cheapest ways to get around the city. Tuk-tuks are a fun way to get around the city, but watch out, they're notorious for trying to run scams on unsuspecting tourists. But when traffic gets really bad, walking's often the fastest way. This is the main gate to the Grand Palace. You can see it's pretty busy, and it's pretty much like this every day. Don't let the crowds and long lines scare you though, it moves very quickly.
Alright, so I'm at the Grand Palace, and actually on the way here, I had my first real scam attempt on me. I was getting in a tuk-tuk, and the guy was like, oh yeah, the Grand Palace is closed today, you can't go, it doesn't open until 3 in the afternoon. You know, you got the king's funeral and all that. Let me take you to this other thing, you can get a boat ride, and you can get, you can take a tour of this other temple and all that. Of course that's complete crap, I'm here, it's open. He just wanted me to go to these other places, and then I would end up basically in all these shops and everything that he wanted me to go to that he gets a kickback from. And you know, he gets a kickback from going to this temple, and then there's a guide there that'll hand me off to. It's a big scam. So if you're ever here and anybody tells you, hey, it's closed today, I have somewhere better you can go, don't go. It's a scam. It's a ripoff. It's open every day. So now I'm here, and I'm going to go tour the Grand Palace. Let's go.
For about $7, I rented an audio guide, and it was well worth the investment. This is the view as you enter the palace. I was immediately taken aback by the level of detail and the intricate decorations just everywhere on all the buildings. Beautiful murals adorn the interior walls of the palace. They were originally painted back in the 1800s, but are frequently restored and repainted. Okay, this is a Buddhist mural. Basically, the theme behind this mural, it kind of tells a story as you go along here. But demons, which are these guys here, they came in and stole the princess, and they tried to take him back to their place to make her fall in love with the demons. The prince ends up going after them with the help of monkey army, and rescues the princess, beats the demon in like single combat, and then for his reward for doing that, he's named king. And I mean, that's not even close to what probably really happened. I mean, that didn't really happen, but how the story really goes, but that's how I understand it. So excuse me if I'm wrong on that.
Alright, behind me are 3 Buddhist temples here, well, structures rather. The gold one behind me actually enshrines relics, apparently, of the Buddha himself. Apparently this one is the library, where I keep all the Buddhist scriptures and all that. And the one beside that that's currently under construction is the Royal Pantheon. They originally were going to put the Emerald Buddha in there as kind of a place of worship, apparently. But they decided the building was too small, it needed to be more grand for this nice Buddha, so they built another structure next to it, which we'll take a look at in a moment.
It was a shame that the Royal Pantheon was closed for renovations, but you could still walk up the steps and peek inside and get a pretty good view. There are 6 entrances to the complex, although only one of them is open to the public, and they're all guarded by these giant demon statues.
Okay, this is the Goddess of Peace. As you can see, there's a lot of people making offerings to the goddess. You're not allowed to make offerings inside the temples themselves. So people bring flowers and incense and food as an offering to the Goddess of Peace. Okay, behind me is the Royal Chapel of the Emerald Buddha, is probably the most holy place in Thailand. It's home of the Emerald Buddha, which was actually, well, discovered. I don't know, they said discovered, could have been carved in the mid-1400s. It didn't make it here until the late 1700s, kind of when Bangkok was founded. But the temple and everything was built in the mid-1800s. Most everything here was built in the 1800s. It's pretty neat inside, apparently. I'm about to head in, I haven't been inside. You are not allowed to do photography inside, so I won't be able to take you with me. So if you want to see the Emerald Buddha, come to Thailand. Shoes are not allowed inside the temple, and keep in mind you're required to wear long pants and a shirt that covers your shoulder, or you'll be turned away at the gate. The temple, and most of the other buildings for that matter, are all covered in just beautiful porcelain tiles that give them their color and texture. I gotta say, I was kind of just expecting to walk in there and see a Buddha and be like, oh wow, big deal. It was impressive. I mean, it's really, it's like awe-inspiring. You walk in, you kind of get this spiritual feeling. It's a pretty cool place. Yeah, it's a must-see if you make it to Thailand. I'm impressed. I really am. Okay, this is the belfry for this temple. Apparently all the temples have to have a belfry. They ring it on ceremonial occasions. And that's pretty much it here in the temple. There's a few other little things that you can come and see. I just kind of hit the highlights for you. It really is impressive. I was kind of thinking, I'll go and do it. I'll do the touristy thing. Why not? But it's definitely it's impressive. I've never really seen anything like it, and so I think you should come see it. As I walk out, the temple guards there, the big statues, will make sure no harm comes to me, and I'm good for another year maybe or something. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not, but with my luck, I don't have good luck. So. Exiting the Grand Palace is the Royal Palace. Although the king no longer lives there, it's still used for official functions. After a hot day of walking around the palace, it was time for a cold beer and a longboat taxi back to the hotel. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe, and visit sailingdoodles.com to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a week.